In tonight's special report, we're pulling back the curtain and getting a first-hand look into the ethanol industry. I took a tour of Adkins Energy in Lena right here in the state line and learned how the farming economy is revving up ethanol-fueled engines. Take a look. A grain of corn fueling the U.S. economy.
We take corn in from local farmers. We end up processing it, we grind it, we cook it, we ferment it, and we produce ethanol, DDG, wet cake, and biodiesel from that.
Jason Townsend is the Assistant General Manager for Adkins Energy. He's been working in the ethanol industry for more than 2 decades, showing me step by step how to go from corn kernels to the gas you're getting at the pump.
So all of our corn comes in by truck in the local market, most of it within a 20 or 30 mile radius of Adkins because of the amount of corn grown in this area, in this county in northwest Illinois.
And once the corn is here, everything is processed on site.
These large stainless steel tanks are our fermentation vessels. Each one of those tanks is 680,000 gallons. It takes us about 16 hours to fill it, and then we add the yeast and the enzymes to break down the starch, the sugars, into simple sugar so that the yeast can consume it, and then they produce the ethanol.
And it's not just ethanol. Corn is supplying byproducts to keep local communities across the state line growing.
On the byproducts going out, all of our wet cake stays local as well to local cattle and dairy producers.
With nearly 60 million gallons of ethanol produced per year, there's also 3 million gallons of biodiesel coming from the plant as well.
Here's the corn oil. This is what we pull out in the ethanol plant down there. And then we send it up here and turn it into biodiesel through an enzymatic process.
You can see it has this reddish color at first, but after the 48-hour distillation process, purifying that corn oil, it creates a clean biodiesel ready to hit the fuel market.
And that gets loaded out into trucks from here and, like I said, blended into local diesel sales.
The future of the ethanol plant is bright. Producers now banking on carbon capturing to serve as a rebirth for the industry.
So our goal is to take that CO2, convert it to green methanol. We'll also produce oxygen, so we'll diversify our product line.
Bill Howell is the CEO and general manager. He says the plant should make about 40 million gallons of methanol from CO2 pipelines.
It will put us in a position where we will have no discharge. We'll consume everything coming from that kernel of corn.
As the plant continues to transform and look ahead to the future, they're hoping to decrease their carbon footprint with the production of green methanol, an essential fuel for the shipping industry.
It cleans up the environment. You're taking the CO2, carbon dioxide out of the environment, and you're making a product out of it. And so, yes, it's very environmentally friendly.
Embracing change while also supporting the state line farmers who grow the food and fuel we need to keep going.
The hope is we can make something out of CO2 and add even more value to the farmland and to the community and to the market.
The original concept for Adkins, for the ethanol plant in general, was to be able to add value back to the bushel of corn for the farmers, and it has definitely done that.
Yeah, very cool to see up close and personal what corn can actually do. Corn to ethanol, such a great story there. Now, Adkins Energy has been around since 2002, and the plant is one of the few owned by a local co-op, Pearl City Elevator.